I'm Hemi from Beyond Staff. Today, we are just, filming inside. It's not like we're introducing any particular car or anything. Well, we just have some products placed here. And over at 4 Morphets, since we're operating as a store, well, we get various customers coming in, and, we do get quite a lot of consultations about customizations and things like that. And naturally, when that happens, what's the first thing on their mind? Well, the financial aspect. Well, to be perfectly frank, I think it all starts with the price. Well, as you'd expect, it's not like you can spend an absolutely infinite amount of money first. You buy the car, and if you have no limits after that, I think it would just end up costing an astronomical amount. So, as one, well, not exactly a standard, but, well, a budget that most people usually consider is, for example, 50,000 yen. And moving on, well, 100,000 yen. Next is 300, 500, 600, 700k, max a million, then infinite potential, I think. However, at the very beginning, well, since you've just bought the car, you're like, I can't spend loads of money. So, you'd probably wonder what you can do for this amount, I suppose. So, I thought I'd, well, introduce things by budget, like, you can do this much for 50,000 yen. Or, you can do this much for 100,000 yen. So, well, I'm thinking of introducing them a little bit. And for one thing, generally, I wonder, when you first buy a car and think about the budget, probably, well, I think there are a lot of customers who wonder what they can do for around 50,000 yen. And, well, when it's 50,000 yen, as you'd expect, if you're looking at exterior customizations, it might be, just a bit, quite difficult. Having said that, even for 50,000 yen, an exterior customization, at least the grille, well, I think you could manage that exterior customization for about 50,000 yen. But, however, if you spend 50,000 yen just on the grille, well, it might not look that different. Or rather, if it's only the grille and the inside doesn't change at all, it's a bit disappointing. If you want the maximum feeling of change for your 50,000 yen, then I think these kinds of interior parts are the way to go. Interior parts, or, well, small accessories. With the Jimny, storage space is inevitably a bit limited, so if you spend about 50,000 yen on things like that, I think the car will feel quite well equipped. Well, alternatively, those seat covers, even the seat covers themselves, if you choose ones that are, well, about half of the 50,000 yen, I think you can get something that changes the interior quite significantly. So, a seat cover for around 30,000 yen, and the remaining 20,000 yen, well, for some small items. Well, in our case, these sorts of grip covers or visor covers. And this is actually from another manufacturer, but, well, a steering wheel cover, if you change things up quite a bit like this, even with 50,000 yen, I think you'll feel like the inside has been really transformed. Well, or alternatively, well, instead of these sorts of things, focusing on functionality, for example, drink holders, or maybe small storage compartments. If you buy about 50,000 yen's worth of those, I think you can really upgrade the interior. Therefore, well, when it comes to 50,000 yen perhaps, probably, interior-related items are, my #1 recommendation. Next, I'd like to spend a bit more, maybe around 100,000 yen. So when it comes to that, well, if you think of it as the previous 50,000 yen plus another 50,000 yen remaining, well, I think it might be nice to choose a grille here, for instance. Also, well, there's the option of spending quite a lot of money just on the grille. If you're willing to spend up to around 100,000 yen, quite a lot, like our grills, for example, a Sunny or 11, you'd be able to, change to those kinds of things too, I think. Other than that, well, with 100,000, well, as for the grille, well, maybe I like the genuine one, as it is for now. When you feel like you want to change something a bit different, the tires, well, if you've got 100,000 yen, well, though it means not being fussy about the manufacturer, well, for instance, with a Jimny, for the JB64, using the original wheels, for example, with Toyo's Open Country 1858516, I think they could be swapped out for around 100,000 yen, and originally, the JB64 and such, the wheels as well, for instance, depending on the grade, are steel wheels, and then the higher grades have aluminium wheels. It's quite, if you pair that with, open country tires, it gives quite a good vibe. So, with 100,000 yen, well, changing the tires is certainly a viable option, I'd say. Also, for customers who, plan to change the tires and wheels to something else later on, a front grille is also, something I'd recommend. Alternatively, 50,000 yen on interior parts, plus another 50,000 yen elsewhere. I think that combination would be good too. When you go up to 100,000 yen, you get quite a bit of, customization range. Or rather, I think you can really change the car quite a bit. On top of that, if someone says they have a bit more budget, then hypothetically, if a customer went up to 300,000 yen, you can start doing quite a lot of different things. If you spend 50,000 yen on the interior and the remainder, say it's about 250,000 yen, exterior, parts will also, come into the picture. Front and rear bumpers. If it's our, Rave series, for example, if we include things like labor costs, it might go slightly over budget, but, I think you'll also be able to spend a bit of money, on exterior customization. It'll probably stretch to things like fitting, front and rear bumpers, plus, whether to add to the interior. Or, it might go slightly over the 300,000 budget, but, you could also opt for a pattern like, exterior parts plus tires, while keeping the genuine wheels. Or, for customers who eventually want to lift the ride height, because, that's what a Jimny is all about. They probably, within that 300,000 budget, hypothetically, if you raise the suspension by a massive 3-inch lift, the 300,000 budget might, not be quite enough. But, for example, if it's about a 1-inch or 1.5-inch lift, as long as you don't use expensive, kits, you can use that to lift it. And, plus, if you keep the genuine wheels, just changing the tires, I think you could do that customization, starting from around 300,000 plus a little extra. When you get up to 300,000, you can actually acquire, quite a lot of things, and you can, build a very unique Jimny. Or, plus, it's possible to build a Jimny exactly to your own taste. And then, if you really want a fully decked out Jimny right from the start, with up to about 500,000 to 600,000, I think you can, pretty much do a comprehensive set of customizations. With a budget of around 600,000, you could do the exterior, front and rear bumpers plus, the grille, and then the tires and wheels. Then, if you use the little bit of remaining money for the interior, with a Jimny, it's quite, in terms of looks. I think you could finish off what's considered, the standard customization for a Jimny. However, tire and wheel prices can vary quite a bit. So, you might end up going slightly over 600,000, but as a rough guide, if you spend around 600,000 to 700,000, I think you'll end up with quite, a nice car. Also, it might cost extra, depending on the parts you use, and if you want to go even further, making it look really sharp, getting it up to the level of our demo cars, I think that would cost a bit extra. So, from here onwards, some customers might want to spend a lot more money. For example, spending around 1 million, or even having an unlimited budget. That's something I'd like to cover in the next video. For example, what you get for 1 million, or if you want to go further and spend up to 2 million. I think I'll present that in a future video around here. And, Beyond also handles customizations. So, if you just tell us you have is much budget and want to build this kind of car, we can offer you some proposals. If you'd like, please come and visit us at Ion Mall Futsu. We can also consult with you about customization, so please do come and see us. And plus, I'd be even happier if you could subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. So, next, with a car built with an endless amount of money, I think I'd like to show you just how far you can go. Thank you so much for watching.